You adopt them, you care for them, and you love them like family.
People, pets are, they're loved ones. They are at my house. They're an important part of the family. So
Dr. Rennie Church is a local veterinarian who's been dealing with worried pet owners.
They're very good. They've been concerned. They call with their questions. We tell them the same thing we just said. Any signs or symptoms, get them in, get them checked.
More than 8,000 complaints have been filed with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. And so far, 16 cats and dogs have died as a result of the contaminated food. Pet owners across the country are suing or thinking about taking legal action against Menu Foods. But Paducah attorney Gary Schaff says that could be a hard battle to fight.
The product is, but if most states are like Kentucky, it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle from a cost basis.
In the state of Kentucky and most others, pets are viewed as property. If you sued and won against the manufacturers and distributors, you'd only get what you paid for the pet. The cost to sue, sky high.
The products into the pet food, it would be tens of thousands of dollars just to get started.
And then, says Schaff, you have to be able to prove that the pets got sick from the food. Something Dr. Church says isn't easy.
But two, it's very difficult to prove because renal failure is the one of the main reasons that we lose older pets, especially.
But Schaff says there is a way to fight for your pets.
Perfect case for a class action so all the pet owners could join together and get the case filed and do it in a cost-effective way.
Jennifer Horbelt, WPSD News Channel 6.
All the wine bottled here at the Cache River Basin Winery is made from grapes Jack Dunker grows himself. He says that's the draw of a local winery. But this year's Copperhead Red is in trouble. That's because last week's freeze took 50% of Dunker's grapes.
We use some Chardonnay and we use some Niagara. So we use 2 whites and a red to make this.
And what happened to those 2 whites and a red?
Well, the 2 whites are gone. It's green. The red was slow coming out and we'll still have it.
Dunker says he lost all of his Niagaras, a white grape that's a key ingredient in his most popular wines. To make the wine this year, he'll have to buy Niagaras from somewhere else, and that means changing the label and hoping customers will understand.
And the problems could go well beyond this year's crop. If the cold weather causes the trunk to split, fungus can set in and this whole vine would be lost.
That would mean planting new vines and waiting years to see the first grapes.
We could lose 200 or 300. And it takes 3 years before you can take a small crop, so that would set us back in that category. Yeah.
The good news, the cold weather has forced the remainder of Dunker's crop into dormancy. That means even a hard freeze this weekend probably won't hurt them. Johnette Warwick, WPSD, News Channel 6.
These had about 6 to 8 inches growth.
Well, that storm that blew through West McCracken County last night left these stairs leading to nowhere. You could see behind me this mobile home was literally ripped out of its foundation, leaving the community shocked.
I was speechless.
When Sharon Holt looked across the street after last night's storms, this is what she saw.
It was something that I'm not used to seeing, and it was something that really messed me up. It tore me
Completely
up.
intact ceiling fan, not even the light bulbs are broken, and yet the mobile home you see behind me is completely destroyed. 2 men own these mobile homes but weren't here last night. Leila Cashin, their mother, lives right next door but was too upset to talk on camera. She did take us through the piles of belongings, all the memories that in an instant were buried under rubble.
If there's anything to save, I don't know what it would be.
Lee Berkey lives nearby and says he heard the storm around 8:30 last night.
It sounded like a large motor.
When Berkey got a good look across the street, he couldn't believe his own home didn't even have a scratch.
You know, just right across the street, they're totally wiped out. On this side of the street, I didn't even have to pick up limbs.
Berkey doesn't understand it, but he's grateful to have his life.
If it was 150 foot to the west, I probably wouldn't have been here.
Now again, when that storm hit last night, there was no one living in either of these homes, but neither mobile home had insurance. In West McCracken County, Jennifer Horbelt, WPSD News Channel 6.
Anna Prendergast live tonight with more on how this recall is impacting our area.
Now, a lot of grocery stores in our area spent most of the day clearing their shelves of jars of peanut butter just like this one. But some of the people I talked to today say they're really concerned because they didn't find out about the warning until half of the jar was already gone. Now, here are the symptoms that you need to be watching out for: fever, diarrhea, stomach cramps. Now, usually these symptoms will appear within 72 hours after you've eaten a contaminated food. If you have these symptoms, the FDA recommends you go right to the...
Out of the game, we put in a converted wide receiver at the tailback spot later on in the game.
And that's how it's just gotten this year for the racers with the injury. First touchdown as well. He caught his first pass last week, but then Sanford comes back.
They steal it from him, no call made. He brings it down. 1 second, mid-court at the buzzer. He banked it in at the buzzer in San Diego State. Has it stripped, no foul. Mid-court shot, unbelievable. They hit another one.
There to go up 68-64, and then Orr hit a key shot with 2:19 to go to make it 72-66. And then,
our guys kind of enjoyed it.
I believe they did, and the race
We had to make the late run to win the game.
that was a nice steal there, and good hustle by Pearson.
Now Holloway gives it up down low to Parker. Parker, little move over. Gives it to Manson. Manson, a three at the top of the key, and Manson hit a three. 3 players with a 3. Now Carter comes right side and hits a 2. Across the stripe, coast to coast, way up hit it. Pretty much here. Now to Holloway, fakes the 3, now shoots the 3, and it rattles in. Sooners the corner by Wade, picked up by Williams. He drives the lane. Heath down top, a 3 would tie it. He dials a 3 and hit it. It's
który przy kielichu mówi, żeby komunizm w tych warunkach przetrwał w wojnie światowej, dostaliśmy się w strefę wpływów sowieckich.
That means it's good too.